What is going on, guys? I'm just going to do another quick day in the life. You need to let me know whether you're enjoying these or not. Sometimes I feel like I'll be boring you. Sometimes I just need a little hint of what you like seeing, what you want to see. Do I need to step things back again for the DIY? I know you want to see more tool reviews, so I'm going to start including them in this, especially as we get new stuff and new products that are new to the market. So yeah, this one today we've got a couple of kitchen sink taps to change, boiler service, remove a radiator for a decorator, and completely remove a radiator at the bottom of the stairs for someone to have a stair lift fitted. So yeah, as usual, if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe. It's easy for me to say. Hit the like button and drop a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Right, it's the first job we're on with. Got to change a couple of kitchen sink mixer taps. Customer supplied these Cook & Lewis ones. They're identical, obviously this one's dripping. And the utility one, it just wants to match. Combi boiler system here, so shuts off cold water main. And that'll drop our hot and cold. Always check it's turned off. See what we're dealing with under here. On rigid copper tails, this old tap. You don't see these very often anymore, thank God. Oh, it's a bit crusty up there. And speed fit everywhere. I always write date of installation on the instructions for the customer. Just for warranty purposes really, so he knows when. Or he or she knows when we fit them. Spout's not on this tap. Now this one the O-ring come pre-lubed, so you didn't need to do it, but if it's not lubed, it wants lubing. And there's this retaining screw at the back, which is going to sit at the back, but you need to put this on now, otherwise access can be difficult, especially with the windowsill behind. Locates in this little slotted part of the plastic. You heard it then, just lock in. Just give it a nip up with the correct screwdriver. Obviously making sure it still swivels nice and freely. Tightening your flexes, only hand tight. We're teaching most of you how to suck eggs here, but we do have some DIYs and apprentices that watch. They might not have seen the other videos. So I do apologise if I'm repeating myself. Your mounting bolt. This one has a slot in on one end. So you know that that's the end that you don't want putting into the tap, because you need to be able to nip it up. Getting my isolation valves turned off now, prepared, because although the water's turned off, there will still be water in them pipes. We don't want to flood too much of the kitchen cupboard out. They have directional arrows on the valves for which way the water flows. I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes. Got a couple of speed fit blanks if I want to remove these elbows, just so I can shove on until I get the old tap out. Got a little plumb tub under there. Highly rate them. I think everyone highly rates them. I don't think I've ever heard a bad word about them. So the blanks aren't really needed, but you just got to protect the customer's property at all times. especially kitchen units, most of them being MDF. More black tap spanner on this, just have to knock it on because of all that crusty rusty. Rigid tails make most taps a pain in the ass to undo, so I normally end up snapping it off, which I do on this one. Just snap the pipes off from underneath, which gains you proper access to that nut. Here we go, go. Give this a little bit of a clean before putting the new one on. Now this is a trick I learned off Smart Pipe Plumbing. On a stainless steel sink, you can just twirl the mounting washer and rubber washer through the hole like that, and it just drops in. Saves you having to try and hold all three things at once in the nut underneath, but it only works on stainless steel sinks and with flexi tap connectors, I believe. So we want to know where these flexes are going to finish nicely. Survive them all the way down there. It would work like, but cut the pipe shorter, I think. Yeah. Shift that out of the way for now. Now, it was difficult tightening this isolation valve on, but purely because the waste system was still obviously fitted to the sink, and I could have took all this off and made it easier, but you could be opening yourself up to opening a can of worms. The washers might be knackered. You've got more to do refitting. If it leaks, then you gotta get a call back. It's sometimes just easier to struggle. Now, this is the second tap now. I'm not going to film all of it, I'll just do a little time lapse for you. Same principle as the other one. Have a quick test. Let it splurt out all its air everywhere. Well, and get covered in water. But checking here, I've got our hot and colds the right way round. Even though I did mark them before I disconnected them off the old tap, sometimes you forget. It's just worth checking. Easy to rectify on flexi though, you just swap them over. I've just put this little piece of 2B1 at the back, although it doesn't look great. I wanted to get some clips on these pipes because they're not clipped at all, and when you put taps on flexes, they're obviously more flexible, so it stops that banging. Service the boiler now. Obviously check our flue sealed, which it is on this one. It's screwed but not on the turret. Look at the pipework underneath. Oh my days. It's not great. Gas pipe sleeve through the wall. Don't know it's sealed on the other side. Some workmanship's gone into this. Oh, that's not live. Wow. Someone couldn't even bother putting the screws back in. Next job, taking this radiator off just for decorating purposes. I did install this. Again, plumb tubs. Make draining down easy. Some people use wet vacs. Didn't warrant bringing the wet vac in for this size radiator. Obviously the air vent there sucking in air to allow the water to come out. I've got to remove this radiator for the customer to have the lift fitted. It won't fit in with the radiator there. So I'm thinking the pipes go behind the skirting board because the boiler is under the stairs. So we'll get it disconnected at the source. Always nice having a little drain off on the valves. There's always a bit of water remaining in it after you've emptied them out. Just make sure you've got a tub handy just to pour the rest of it out, because it's normally the black shitty bit that's left. Thankfully, as you can see, I wasn't far from outside anyway. This is where you get to see all the multi-coloured wallpapers from over the years. So following the flow and return off the boiler, we've got two 10mm T's there leading directly to the hallway. So these are the two that I want to be capping off. Now I'm just going to cut them off and put speed fit blanks on, because they have said, can we not have a tall vertical radiator to put back when the actual stair chair's in? Oh, we've got a weep on that stop tap as well. So we might be reconnecting these pipes at a later date, so speed fit for the win. There's a drain off on the boiler, so we'll just take the pressure off here. Using the Pitbull quick cuts. This is a 10mm one. You know how much I rate these. Cheap as well. Only approximately a tenner. Clean up the pipe, because even though we're using a speed fit cap end, it wants to be clean from paint. You don't want that thing blowing off. We'll snatch this now because we're on tiled floor, and like I say, I've relieved the pressure off the system. Towel underneath as well. Not going to take out the other pipes. Get some pressure back in. Oh, turn the stop tap off. So we'll get this, which is called repacking the gland. So you want to do the gland nut behind the head of the stop tap all the way out. They don't come out this easy sometimes. And just wrap approximately 10 loose PTFE runs around the spindle of the tap. Now I'm going to try and force the gland nut to push that PTFE inside the actual tap itself. The hardest part now is if you put too much on, is getting the gland threads to start tightening back into the body of the tap. And just tighten her up, don't over tighten it. Dry her off before turning it back on. Well, that was handy. Some Blitz kitchen roll next to us. Not sponsored. Obviously open it up, make sure it's free to move. Just check you've not undone it again. Now I can get some pressure back in. I've just snapped the pipes off there in the wall. On to the next one. Thanks for watching.